What is up, guys? I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I hope that you guys do not ever see this video, because I'm only going to post it if we actually have the hurricane that's supposed to be hitting here come into this area, or at least some notable things to really show during the hurricane, you know, whether we're on the outside of it, whether it directly hits here in the Emerald Coast area. But I really wanted to record this and kind of show you what it's like living in the Emerald Coast through a hurricane. Like I said, I really hope this never goes anywhere. But today is Wednesday. We got the trash truck coming up on us. One sec, be right back. All right, we're back. The trash truck is gone. Now you can hear me. But yeah, so today is Wednesday. We're looking at, it's 11 to 12 in the morning on Wednesday. Supposedly it's supposed to hit, if it does hit this area, tomorrow, which will be Thursday evening, I believe, like late evening, and then into early Friday morning. So like I said, I mean, we'll kind of record this whole process over these next couple days, show you what it really looks like experiencing a hurricane here in the Emerald Coast, because we do get a lot of you guys talking about it, asking about it, and so that's why I want to make sure that I do cover this. Even if it's not really that big of a deal here, if it doesn't directly hit here, or if we don't get that bad of a storm, I might still post this just so you can kind of see what it looks like leading up into the hurricane, and then what it looks like here when there's a hurricane nearby. As you can see right now, this is pretty much like the calm before the storm. Beautiful day out. It was raining this morning. The clouds were shifting, doing some crazy stuff, kind of countering each other. I don't know. It was different for sure. But right now it is super sunny out. It's 85 degrees, so weather is pretty perfect right now. But yeah, like I said, we will see what happens. It'll be exciting because this will be our first time ever doing experiencing a hurricane down here. So it'll be exciting kind of going through this with you guys, and that way you can also see it as well. Until next time, I will keep you posted, and we will see what this weather brings. All right, here we are. We're updating you on day 2. Today is Thursday, and tonight is when the hurricane's supposed to be hitting. Not too many changes, like I kind of mentioned yesterday, how I mean, we're really not planning on it hitting here. You never know. I mean, that's what they said about Ian, right? How it's supposed to mainly hit up north, and they're like, oh, well, you know, now it's going to hit Tampa, and then it went further south. So I don't know. I mean, we don't know, but I wanted to give you an update of what we're looking at right here. So we know that Tallahassee is definitely evacuating right now. I-10 is like jam-packed with cars, and they're all trying to get out of Tallahassee.
Tampa too. Tampa,
yeah.
Evacuation A, and then mobile homes are usually the first ones, so they want them to be fully evacuated by today. The other thing too that we were talking about with the storms, and something that we've learned even just being here in the Panhandle, is that whole saying, right? Like, west is best, east is beast. So obviously that doesn't really apply as we get kind of down into South Florida, where everything changes since we kind of are up in the Panhandle. But we are on the west side of the storm, so I don't think that we're gonna get a lot, but you just never know. You know, we're dealing with like an actual hurricane here, so we don't get to actually tell, besides like watching all the models. But even the models like kind of vary, don't you think?
Yeah, they all vary. It all depends. You can kind of see, like yesterday when I first started this video out, you saw how it was all sunny out and everything. Now we have some clouds, we've got some wind. We're supposed to be getting a little bit of rain. So we'll just kind of update you through this. And like I said, like I mentioned yesterday, I was like, you know, I really hope that you guys do not see this video, because obviously I don't want a hurricane to hit here.
Right. At
the same time though, I think it's good, because even we have family members reaching out right now. Hey, are you guys gonna get hit by this? And it's a misconception that we had before we moved down here. What areas of Florida are getting affected when the hurricane is this close, that close? This is supposed to be a Cat 4 hurricane.
Yeah.
So I think we just kind of want to show you what this area looks like. Tallahassee is like, what, 2.5, 3 hours away, something like that.
I think that's the big misconception. So when you're looking at us on a map and you're looking at the cone and everything, and our families are watching this from afar, a lot of the panic is going on where it's actually going to hit. I mean, you have to understand, Florida is huge. And so yes, as our little tiny dot next to the cone, it is, but we're actually pretty far away, so we're really only going to be getting of some of the outer bands. And again, we're on the west side, so we're not even going to get the worst of that, like those bands. So
yeah, I can tell you that, like, our kids, obviously you see our kids, they called off school today. Mainly it's because when we get any weather, you know, they're worried about them shutting down the bridge, and a lot of the school buses that do come over on this side from Pensacola, you know, they shut down the bridge and all that stuff just in case. But that's why the kids are out and about, and they've pretty much got a free day of school.
Yeah, sometimes we'll never have the weather. I've heard anything from, they kind of start tracking if there's 25-mile-per-hour winds to 40-mile-per-hour winds sustained, so it has to be consistent for them to shut down the bridge. but a lot of people, they won't really take the chance of being separated from their family during that time. And so they kind of, like, even our friends today, they're like, well, we would usually take our kids down, you know, if they were out of school, to their grandparents' house, say in like Perdido Key, but then we have to cross over a bridge. So there is a little bit of like planning around that we've heard. But as far as here being with the kids, like, we really aren't seeing a lot of that, but it's really just that bridge system.
Yeah, exactly. So what we're going to do is we're going to update you later on when the hurricane is supposed to make landfall, and then just kind of show you what it looks like here with that landfall. And I think just move forward from there. I'll probably do another one tomorrow morning as well too, just trying to keep you guys updated living in the Emerald Coast. All right, when a hurricane hits, even though it's not directly here, hopefully it's not directly here, we will see what it kind of looks like here, what the weather looks like. And like I said, it's pretty cloudy here right now.
And preparations too. I think we'll go over some type of preparations if we have to do any, because the first thing we're going to be looking at is those winds and whether or not we're going to be putting things away. I think that's the first step, is evaluating that.
All right, cool guys, we will update you here soon. All right, here we are. We are on the last day, so Friday. Unfortunately, the hurricane hit last night. It sounded like it's like right around midnight. I think that'd be the worst thing ever is, you know, in the middle of the night, you have this hurricane coming through, ripping through. If you decide to stay at your house, it looks like it took more of a turn towards the bend. So the eye of it did not go directly over Tallahassee. But it sounds like, you know, some places in the bend like Perry and all that were really hit pretty bad, and then went up into Georgia. Here we really didn't see much, and that's why I didn't record last night, because last night it was just like, you know, gusts of wind, nothing crazy. There was some crazy waves out by the beach, you know, tons of surfers out there and such, but outside of that we really didn't see too much. I took a few videos. Just we literally just went and kind of hung out with some friends, because like I said, all of our kids were off at school and stuff, so it's like, let's all just hang out, kind of see what happens. We had the TV on, watching the news the whole time. Like I said, I mean, initially, if the hurricane didn't hit, I wasn't going to post this video, but more than anything, I know that when we didn't live in Florida, we're constantly calling up our friends and family that lived in Florida if there was a hurricane, but like, hey, you guys are right, did it hit you guys? Because you don't really know. If you don't experience it, you don't know. And so it's just showing that, you know, with it going in the bend, you know, not quite up into the panhandle, how it didn't really affect us here. As there, you know, you have a Cat 4 coming in, I think it got up to 140 miles per hour or something like that, something crazy, all that damage. But here we really didn't see too much outside of it. Just looked like a regular storm. And even today, like, I'll kind of turn this around and you can see it's just sunshine today, you know, small gusts of wind. We didn't really get much outside of just some leaves in the pool and stuff like that. But this is kind of what to expect when we do have one that hits close by. In the future, of course, if we do have a, you know, a storm that does hit here, or a hurricane that does hit here, we're going to bring some content that way, guys. I mean, the main reason for this channel is to really expose you guys and get you guys to know this area, to see whether or not it would be a good fit for you to relocate into. And so this just kind of gives you a perspective of, all right, you know, a hurricane hit Florida, here's where we're at, obviously no damage, and just to really expose you guys to this area. Real quick before I end this video though, I did want to say thank you. We had some viewers reach out. It was crazy, just asking if we're all right, you know, just make sure that we're hunkering down, need be, and all that. So to those of you guys that watch this channel and reached out to us, thank you so much for thinking about us. But at this time, I mean, prayers just going out to the bend and everyone who was affected by this. Last I saw, I think that 3 were unfortunately killed, but just prayers to those families, to all those people that lost homes, that are currently dealing with that. We have some friends that are down just a little bit near Tampa. Unfortunately, their house was flooded all the way up to the countertops. Our property down there, we reached out to the renters, they're all good. But guys, just anything you could do, like send just, you know, those prayers, and just make sure you keep all these people in your thoughts. And that's pretty much all it is right here. Like I said, not too eventful, but more than anything, just really wanted to get you guys exposed to this area, you know, when we do have a hurricane that doesn't directly hit here, that hits, you know, just down the way a little bit. So thank you so much for watching, guys. We greatly appreciate it, and we will see you next time.